Today on Bridge City News, Conservative leader Andrew Scheer campaigned in Edmonton today, announcing plans for a coast-to-coast energy corridor. And NDP leader Jagmeet Singh was in BC, pledging $30 million annually for ferry services. The Global Week of Climate Action drew crowds around the world, including right here in Lethbridge. And a good crowd braved the cold to support the 30th annual Giant Pumpkin Festival in support of the Children's Wish Foundation.
Your nation, your province, your southern Alberta. From the heart of Lethbridge, it's Bridge City News with Paul Arthur.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. As part of the Global Week of Climate Action, about 200 demonstrators turned up at Lethbridge City Hall yesterday afternoon for Climate Strike YQL. Those protesting included children and grandparents, as the Raging Grannies group also took part. One of the organizers of Climate Strike YQL is 16-year-old Sydney Whiting.
We are here striking for the climate. We are following, this is the last day in the Global Week for Climate Action. Following the UN General Assembly for Climate Action as well. Greta Thunberg, a huge inspiration for this movement, is in Canada right now. And last time when we were striking in Lethbridge, we had 24 people, I believe, a mere 3 weeks ago. And so this is an incredible improvement. We are very happy to be out here and raising awareness for climate change.
It was a busy day as Canadians in more than 80 cities turned out in large numbers for rallies calling for action on climate change. Young Swedish climate activist Greta Thunberg spoke at a huge rally in Montreal.
We told them to unite behind the science, but they didn't listen. So today, we are millions around the world striking and marching again, and we will keep on doing it until they listen. Some would say we are wasting lesson time. We say we are changing the world. And the numbers are still coming in, but it looks like well over 6.6 million people have joined the Week for Future, the strikes on this and last Friday. That is one of the biggest demonstrations in history.
Well, I mean, there's no question that Greta has had an impact that is greater than all of us environmentalists put together. But I think it's because the circumstances, the reality of climate change now are so very obvious. And all but the loony fringe are denying that it's a reality. And, in Canada, with the election coming, I think it's a very opportune moment for us. But she has punctured the ceiling, she's just gone through and taken it to a different level and got the message that we've been trying to get across for years. Listen to the science. Listen to the science. Don't listen to all these economists and corporations. Listen to what the scientists are saying.
We are reaching a tipping point where people are realizing that we have to take action concretely, and that's what we are doing. We've done it over the past 4 years, but I agree with him. We need to do more, and that's exactly what we're going to do.
Despite the winter-like weather, there was a good turnout today for the 30th annual Giant Pumpkin Festival and Auction in support of the Children's Wish Foundation at Greenhaven Garden Centre just outside of Lethbridge. The event featured children's activities and, of course, giant pumpkins.
The ladies at Greenhaven were very passionate about fundraising for the Children's Wish Foundation. So we run this festival every year. We raise funds. The funds we raise help grant wishes for children with life-threatening illnesses. Every once in a while, I get the opportunity on behalf of the foundation to deliver a wish. We have Shaylin here with us at the festival today. Her wish was a swimming pool, and everything we raise, it just helps those children, helps grant those wishes for those children.
The Southern Alberta Art Gallery celebrated Alberta Culture Days today with a free breakfast, music, arts and crafts for the children, and some impressive art displays.
Tonight we have 2 new art exhibition openings with Alicia Henry's exhibition Witnessing. This is her work here. And this is on loan from the Power Plant Contemporary Art Gallery in Toronto. And we also have a new exhibition of Sandra Meigs with paintings of Southern Alberta from McIntyre Ranch in our upper gallery. And we have a free pancake breakfast, live music, arts and crafts for the kids, and a poetry reading on Sunday at 3 o'clock.
This is a beautiful exhibition bringing together work that I've done over the years at the McIntyre Ranch, about 45-minute drive south of here, from 1991 to 2019.
Pincher Creek Emergency Services were called out to a two-vehicle collision on Highway 3, 1 kilometer west of Cowley last night just before 9 p.m. A pickup truck collided head-on with another pickup towing a holiday trailer. The female passenger of the truck towing the trailer died, while the male driver was transported to hospital with undetermined injuries. The man driving the other truck fled the scene on foot and was arrested several hours later at his residence in Cowley. Criminal charges are pending. The government of Alberta has appointed Michael Marcotte as the new chair of the Lethbridge College Board of Governors. Marcotte has nearly 3 decades of experience owning and operating Alberta restaurants and catering companies, including the Italian Table and the Lethbridge Moxie's Grill. Marcotte will serve a 3-year term and replaces Kristen Aylesby, who stepped down after being appointed a judge on the provincial court last February. RCMP in southern Alberta say one of 3 teenage boys who overdosed at a house party on the weekend has died. The 16-year-old boy died in hospital after taking suspected opioid pills at a house party Saturday night in Strathmore, a community just east of Calgary. 2 15-year-old boys who were at the same party were also taken to hospital. The RCMP investigation is ongoing, and police are appealing to the public for any information about the circumstances. Conservative leader Andrew Scheer made a campaign stop in Edmonton this morning, where he announced plans for a coast-to-coast energy corridor where pipelines and other linear infrastructure would effectively be pre-approved, avoiding future years-long disputes over routes and land rights.
Since taking office, Justin Trudeau has repeatedly attacked Canada's energy sector and the men and women who work in it. There's Bill C-69, the No More Pipelines bill. Then the shipping ban, Bill C-48. He continues to turn a blind eye as foreign special interests smear our energy sector, which adheres to the highest environmental standards in the world. The results have been as depressing as they have been predictable. 2 major pipelines canceled, Trans Mountain on life support. Investment has left the country, and hundreds of thousands of hardworking people have lost their jobs. Families across the country are hurting, sometimes desperately so, and Trudeau just won't listen. A new Conservative government will create a national energy corridor to carry Canadian energy and resources from coast to coast. It will move oil, gas, hydro, electricity, telecommunications, and accommodate other linear infrastructure. It will be a transnational corridor that will generate economic and social benefits for the entire country. A national energy corridor will provide Quebec with opportunities to export its hydroelectricity to new markets. It will provide rural communities with opportunities to connect to vital telecommunication infrastructure. It will provide economic opportunities for Indigenous communities along the route. With a single corridor, we could minimize environmental impacts, lower the costs of environmental assessments without sacrificing quality, increase certainty for investors.
NDP leader Jagmeet Singh was in British Columbia today and pledged $30 million annually for BC ferry services. Justin Trudeau is taking a day off from the campaign trail, and both Green leader Elizabeth May and PPC leader Maxime Bernier are at local events in their home ridings in BC and Quebec. Voting has ended in Afghanistan's presidential election amid fears accusations of fraud and misconduct could overwhelm any result. Insurgent attacks aimed at disrupting polls in the country's north and south caused dozens of casualties. Many Afghans found incomplete voters' lists, unworkable biometric identification systems aimed at curbing fraud, and hostile election workers. Preliminary results won't be out until October 17th. Recapping one of our top stories this hour, Conservative leader Andrew Scheer campaigned in Edmonton today, announcing plans for a coast-to-coast energy corridor. And a look at weekend weather, Lethbridge remains under a winter storm warning, and City of Lethbridge snow clearing crews are on standby. Snow overnight at times heavy, with 10 to 20 centimeters of the white stuff accumulating, with a low of -2. More snow on the way tomorrow, 15 to 25 centimeters, along with a northwest wind gusting from 30 to 50 and a high of +1. please do take it easy on the roads this weekend. Thousands of Canadians suffer from autoimmune diseases, including Dr. Krista Coombs. She knows firsthand how to help those who suffer from Hashimoto's disease because she has it herself. Dr. Coombs explains some of the treatment options available coming up next. But first, here's a look at what's happening in and around your community.
Here's your Bridge City News community calendar. Southern Alberta Crime Stoppers is holding their first ever 5K Color Fun Run on Saturday, October 19th from 9 to 11 a.m. at Legacy Regional Park in Lethbridge. All proceeds to go to Southern Alberta Crime Stoppers. For more information about the run and volunteer opportunities, email lcsa1983@gmail.com or visit Southern Alberta Crime Stoppers Facebook page. Looking for a fun place where you and your kids can play? Come for a fun family night Thursday evenings from 4:30 to 6:30 p.m. to the Family Center in downtown Lethbridge. Me and My Family promotes learning through play and provides a safe place for kids to explore through physical activity, imagination, and creativity. For more information, visit famcenter.ca. And that's your Bridge City News community calendar.